So today I had my first day of school, and I need to talk about it. Let's start from last night where I did not get a good night of sleep because, not because of me staying up late or me not, or me just refusing to go to bed. It was because my sleep schedule was cooked. I would sleep at 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. every single night during the summer, and yeah, my sleeping schedule head was fucking cooked. I didn't go to bed until like close to midnight. And then a half hour before I was woken up, I was half asleep. So, yeah, it really wasn't a good night's sleep. Still feeling kind of good though. And, so I had much more energy. Maybe it was because of the anxiety hitting, whatnot. And, I wake up, look to my phone. A friend texts me, finally showing me his schedule. Yes. And, last video I did, I told this video, I hope that we had the two classes together, like English 11, Algebra 2, back to back. And I look at his schedule, and as soon as I see Algebra 2, I'm like, fuck! I'm like, damn it. And, I was upset about it, but then I was like, my other friend going to be in Algebra 2 more than likely. I got a whole day ahead of it. And I got like really, like anxious. And I was like, Tristan. Literally, I was talking to myself like, Tristan, stop being so stop overthinking this shit, you know? And then then I get off the bus. We get like, you know, 25 to 20 minutes to ourselves in the cafeteria until then we start school. Yeah, man, I fucking spazzed. I was just walking around, not talking to anybody, and first class for me was accounting. Oh, I didn't even mention the fact how much of an a-hole my bus driver was. My new bus driver was, alright? Literally, okay? So I go up there, and I'm hoping that it's the same bus driver. Because the bus driver I've had for the 2 past years has been nothing but chill. Definitely one of the best bus drivers to have. And then the bus driver, it wasn't her. It was a guy. And then when we stopped at what's up and he stopped the bus, and he basically he definitely came from the middle school and had this mentality of shut your mouth, and stop being stupid, whatnot. Which is dumb because if he knew anything about high school buses, that we would all be, is that high school buses are chill. For the most part, there may be some dumbasses in between them, but it's mostly chill. But yeah, man. Then no spaz. And then I go, get to school. 20 minutes later, school starts. I'm in accounting. Basically, just taught about the class, introduce ourselves, do a little game, rock, paper, scissors, and some of those old teachers who aren't grumpy and who are just nice to you. That's definitely the teacher I have. Really, really should be a good start to the day and should be fucking me up. But then after that, study hall. And you ever had one of those teachers who's just a loudmouth, who could just raise his voice effortlessly? That's definitely one of my teachers, bro. He'd be yelling and all types of shit. Then I had history through sports, and man, let me tell you, this definitely gonna be a class that's definitely gonna be worth my attention. We're gonna do teams that never won, teams that won the Super Bowl, teams that never won the Super Bowl, some other topic, and then another topic, and the Browns-Steelers rivalry, because I need to be reminded of my team's failure, of course. And the guy literally had a Steelers poster and a Notre Dame poster. So, yeah, not the best in terms of teams, but definitely it definitely looks like it's gonna be a great class for me, and I'll be very entertained by it. And then after that, I had Dynamic Earth, which is a science class, and I have to like talk to my grandma about it. She said my mom and aunt took it. It's easier than biology and chemistry even. So like, I think I'll be fine with it. It's the only class that I have real, genuine concern with because I'm not really the best person with science, labs, whatnot. And yeah, it was fine. But here's the funny thing was they had us in the science seats like halfway through the class, and and what happens is I'm standing there. She puts three girls on a table, right? So I'm like, please don't pick me. Please don't pick me. Please don't pick me. In my head, I'm like, she better not pick me. And then she picks me to go over there. And I'm thinking to myself, like, that is the most, like, thing to happen to me. Like, that's the most Tristan thing to happen to me. Like, of course this happens to me. Of course. Fucking of course. But, after that, lunch. Had to wait half the period for my homies, my friends, to come down because they're at a career center for half the day. You know, they're there for half the morning, and so we were we were talking crazy for a little bit, talking about how summers went, how my friends, or my other friend went from not the one who I asked the schedule about. He went to the Philippines, and showed us some pictures about it, and yeah, it was sick. And then after that, I had English 11, which I think I'll do good in. Only concern about that class is the papers. Besides that, I think I'll be good in there. And then after that, Algebra 2, which I'm glad that I don't have to take geometry anymore because I suck at geometry. I'm fairly good at algebra as long as I know what the fuck I'm doing. I think I'll do well there. And then after that, and my intervention specialist said he'd been a Browns fan for 20 years. Disappointed every time, but I still come back to them. It's the most relatable thing I ever heard that whole day. And after that 10th period, I have strength, speed, and wellness, and which is a workout class, and they added everything. They have a whole investment in their thing, like more like more bars, more weights, more of everything basically in the weight room, more of everything. Really was cool to see. And one stuck to me was my teacher, who said that this class helps an important health, and he said mental health. And talked about a story about a kid who went in there shy and everything, and about a few weeks later he was known, he was respected, all that basically turned into a strong, able to socialize type of guy. I hope that can be me in the future. I had two people who I knew of in that class, and then I was like, fuck. But I'm hoping that can work out. And my takeaway from this is that I can get through this. I think I can get through this. Sure, Algebra 2 is going to be boring as fuck for the most part. School will be boring for the most part, Gotta do this, When they close it, they're getting the fuck up out of here. And, yeah. Some other changes I need to talk about. Okay, they've made some wild changes. Like it's funny. Like I'll tell you why. Okay, so first of all, forgot to say this, but my in my dynamic art class, we was doing a little thing where we had to like draw things that we liked or whatnot. And she put on the news thing. Yes, we have a fucking news broadcast thing. And the ending of, and they have an opening song and a closing song that they take off. Yeah. In the closing song they chose was from none other than Little Yachty.
Put my knee up on her neck. I went George Floyd.
Yeah, man. These guys are as, yeah, man, I'm not even gonna say it, but I and then we have a thing called Dan. We have a thing where we like do like mental health videos and whatnot. Like it's so funny and pathetic because like they want you to care about mental health so somebody doesn't go Grand Theft Auto in the fucking school one random day, which I understand, but they're doing a really, and I mean really poor job at it. Like let's start with Hello thing that they started. That's not doing fucking shit either. Like you connect the person one time, like no connecting happens, no friend making happens. All right, it's just dumb and it doesn't work. But maybe in their head it works, but it really fucking doesn't. And then they have this bullshit way where they're like, you have to follow these, like be kind for what beating. Nobody follows that. Nobody follows it, man. Like it's ridiculous. Then of course when it's ready to go, guess what? It was raining. So yeah, that's pretty much the first day in a nutshell. And went back and went home. Bus driver was cool and everything. Started to respect him a little bit. And yeah, man, my takeaway is that I can get through this. And yeah. And yeah, that's it. If y'all have had your first days yet or first week right now, I hope y'all are doing well. Shit sucks, obviously, but we can get through this together. I think we'll get through this together. And yeah, man. Prayers for y'all in the school system. But yeah, man. God bless y'all. Bye.